Hello, welcome back to the ministry. If you are seeing this, I finally done did it. Taking a much needed break from the ministry. And if you saw my previous video, New Beginnings, this is like a summary of some of the things that I said in that. In the essence, I am pretty much giving you a update to that, which basically is, if you've seen the prayer course, then you already know I said in that video that I was going to launch a prayer course. Prayer course is already up, so you can watch the prayer course. But what I wanted to add that I had not discovered at the time that I recorded that content was the fact that basically I'm going to be doing a lot more with the community post than I will be doing with the videos. But what I am going to be doing, and this is what you're going to have to pay attention to, I'm going to be premiering, or shall I say re-premiering, for those of my people that did not see a lot of the latter content, or shall I say the former content. I'm going to be, as the Lord leads, posting that as a re-airing of itself. Okay? So as I'm re-airing some of that stuff, be aware, continue to maintain watching what you're watching, because you're going to catch some things in those videos, because these are the ones from early on that I did not a lot of people weren't watching. So I'm going to be re-airing those. So to you, it's still going to be new. But understand the way that YouTube works is because I'm re-airing something from something that was previously posted. If you miss the premiere of its post between the hours that I normally post it, you're going to have to search the title to watch the entirety of it. But it will bring you some wisdom. And what I'm going to do, this is where you're going to have to remain active in paying attention to the community posts, because I'm going to try my best to maintain a level of updating you. For instance, whatever it is that I say, I'm gonna post this for the day. So these are going to be the ones that are going to post for this day. So I'm going to have the blog post. You're going to be able to keep up over there. And what you're also going to get is the community post will lead you to a full spectrum blog post that I may be linking the videos to. Okay? So, for instance, those of you that, to me, I think it would be way easier if I tell you the title of it and you just search that list and watch the list, than for me to go ahead, create the blog it, and then add all 6 or 7 or 8 links to a blog post, and then only going to revert you back to the original videos. But tomato. Because sometimes when I tell y'all to go back and look at some of the videos, I don't think y'all be doing it. And those are some good nuggets that y'all probably be missing. But with that being said, that's what's going to happen with that. Otherwise, as I said, you can keep up with me on my podcast. That's the most secondarily aligned thing in relation to ministry related stuff that you ever going to see. We're going to be talking about kingdom marriage over there. We're going to talk about some other things not so much religious things, but Christianity things. It all falls in the same place of our Christian walk. So, because I'm talking about my walk and the things that I came into understanding of throughout my walk and everything that led me up to this point. So, the Tajma Journey to God to Me podcast, that is going to help you guys out a lot in the interim, because I'm always going to be doing something over there. There's content up for that all the way up through the beginning of next year. So you got several months of that, and then you got the back post, meaning the episodes y'all missed that are already in the listing for that. So you got that. And then for my people that are creatives and business oriented, as I mentioned, my Steam to Live the Dream podcast is up. So that, I'm not sure when those episodes finish. I think they're somewhere in the middle of, somewhere around the end of September, middle of October, that those episodes come to an end. But because you've never watched that podcast, it's about 3 seasons worth of content on there. So you can go back if you're interested in business, creative content, stuff like that. You got that. And then, of course, what I'm going to be doing, and right now I'm determining the way in which I need to go about doing it. So cross your fingers, because I done told y'all before I cook, right? So right now I'm in this health kick, and the Lord's given me a it's a formula of sorts, and I haven't figured out what the topics are or what have you. There's a net in here. I haven't figured out what the topics are, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to be looking into figuring out what exactly. Not only am I going to be talking about health, am I going to be talking about getting your body ready for the climb and the journey and the things that God has called for you to do, as well as whatever it is that is your career goals, because, hey, I'm doing it. But getting yourself ready, for those of you, we've talked about pregnant in purpose, all of these types of things. You got to do those same things for your body for that too. So whatever that climb looks like on both sides. And I have an idea of something I want to do. Right now, I'm trying to determine the, it's not a genre code. It's the, for instance, you know how you have MP3, MP4, so on and so forth. I need to know the content typing that I need to use in order to upload a video to my podcast. Not on here, on my actual podcast. Because there is the Kingdom Marriage podcast that I have here, but I actually have my Anchor Spotify podcast. So those are the other two that I was talking about. They're Anchor Spotify. I need to figure out how to do that for my Afrocentric in the Mix, because that's the one that we're going to be talking about food and all of that. And it may be the one that I'm going to be using for a lot of my cooking. If you've seen any of my cooking videos, you probably haven't, because I haven't shared the Go Vegan page. But I have a lot of that kind of content, and I'm determining to do this full spectrum of my, like, cooking, diet, all that type of stuff, but still talking about health, my life, my journey, my this, that, and the other. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm determining how I'm going to format that, is basically what where I'm at with that. So, stay tuned. You're going to want to stay closely associated, because just because you don't see me regularly posting automated, which you're going to still see, because like I said, I'm going to be posting the encores, but stay on track with those things because they're up every, I think it's Tuesday and Thursday that I post those podcasts. Some are in the evening and some are in the morning. So keep an eye out. But you'll always have some form of content from me, irregardless. But you have to go to where it is in order to keep track of it. So, yeah. So I'm still around. Don't think I'm gone. I'm just cultivating a new form of content for you guys. And I'll be back to where you see my pretty face shortly. But I'm in a season of adjusting to new things, transitioning new things. And I know that as I'm going to be adjusting to that transition, I'm not going to be as visible. But it's definitely going to be a ton of stuff. So stay updated on what it is that I am posting so that you know as well when I return. So at least to this way. And I'm also thinking about doing lives. And as we know, we already have discussed, I'm going to be doing the Bear Fruit Discord and all of that. So I got to get all that formatted for y'all. So don't think I done disappeared. I'm just getting those things in order. When I do the Discords, you're going to need to know when they are. So you're going to have to pay attention to the community posts for the blog posts of when we're going to do that. And I'm also determining when I'm going to go live, because of the fact that if you pay attention, there is something going on with these social media streets. Blessed be to Jesus that the Lord has given me somebody that stays in tune with social media streets, especially the way that things have been moving. And I've been following people that don't even stay in tune with social media streets, and they're noticing a split. A lot of live video is being sequestered away from regular video footage. So people are getting notifications of videos more so than live footage. So it's almost a level of suppression. And this is something that a coach of mine put me up on even months ago, because she was dealing with some of this stuff, because she's an avid live streamer. So you're gonna want to make sure you pay attention and keep your notifications on. Make sure you got the notifications, because there's some little things that they doing. Because there's a couple ministers I follow, and even they're recognizing it. And the ministers that are prophetic, they're like, oh, I know what this is. And even I can pretty much discern what they're trying to do. It's a suppression game going on. So figure it out if you figure it out. But just keep your eyes and ears alert, because there's a lot of different things going on. And past that point, I don't know what's going to happen, because as God is shifting certain things for me, I'm going to have to just adjust to my shift. So as I'm adjusting to my shift, if you see me doing the blog post, okay. But you know where to find me otherwise. Beyond that, you've been forewarned. Until next time, much love, faith, peace, and blessings to you. Bye-bye.